This thing is about half a second to 6 tenths. Hey guys, what's up, Redactions here, and welcome back to this brand new video. And today, once again, we are back in beautiful Karting. And today, I'm joined by my team boss again, and we're going to see if we can get some more speed out of the LN chassis. Now, if you haven't seen last week's vlog, I recommend you go check it out after this one. But we tested the Tony Kart, which of course has a tilted seat, and the LN Kart over there has a Jacko seat. So we're going to test what difference it makes. Before I've even went out on track, we've already got good content, because there's an ambulance here for some reason. Don't know why.
Er ligt een matras in, er zit er een jongen ernaast voorbij, helemaal verwacht, helemaal versuft. Ik denk dat hij gisteravond een zware avond had.
Dat denk ik ook, ja. Alrighty people, welcome back to Karting. Like last time we were testing the LN Kart, the handling was just completely trash. Understeer and oversteer on entry, a sliding back end in the mid corner, which means a painfully slow exit, which is definitely not what you want. Do you know what I would want, however? A sub to the channel. As you may or may not know, this could very well be my last year in karting. But if we are able to grow the subscriber base to about 20k, there's a good chance that I could get a sponsorship deal for next year, which would allow me to drive next year. So hitting that button massively helps me. A little bit later on we went out again, but this time we were on new tires. For the first 5 laps the car felt okay, not because we had magically fixed the issue, but by putting on new tires. These karting tires give a massive peak in performance in the first 5 laps, after which they drop off enormously. And after that performance peak it was back to square one. Take a look at how much I have to move my steering wheel with a good setup. And then take a look at my steering wheel and listen to how much the tires are squealing with the LN Kart. Yeah, massive difference. Back to the drawing board. Alright people, well it's fucking hot, but moment of truth. So we're going to switch back to the tilted T11 seat and well, we'll see what kind of difference that will make. So at the beginning of this video and in many previous videos you have heard me mention the tilted seat. A seat is probably the biggest determining factor in a kart's handling. It connects 4 solid points together, so you can imagine that it has a huge influence on the flex of the chassis. In the LN Kart we put a Jacko seat, which is a stiffer and differently shaped seat than we normally put in an OTK kart, which is the aforementioned tilted seat. And by the way, if you didn't know, the Tony Kart and LN Kart are exactly the same. They both come from the parent company called OTK Kart Group. They actually have a bunch more sub-brands, all of them are on screen right now. So I really thought that this seat would solve all of my problems, but did it solve my problems? Nope. The kart felt nearly the same, even though the seat is very different. When a huge setup change doesn't show its effect on track, that is indicator number 1 that there is something fundamentally wrong with your chassis. Even though this and the next session was pure shite, my dad still managed to take some awesome drone shots of the track and of me. Check it out. In these shots you can really see the beautiful flowing nature of this track, its elevation changes and also how beautifully it is situated in this little valley. Also check out the little karting track over here for all of the young drivers. This beautiful track is full of history with F1 drivers, scandals and big sense. If you wish to learn more about it, check out the top right hand corner right now. A little bit later on in this session there was also this hairy moment in which I nearly totaled the kart. Check it out. Our little friend there had decent speed in the previous part of the track, but then decided to just park in the middle of the track for this corner. I had to take avoiding action and mount this big chunky curb. But what annoyed me most was that he didn't even notice me when I was right there, and he just kept going around my outside. So after that I made sure that he did notice me. Now the tap might seem a little bit extreme, but I can assure you none of us sustained damage and this is a regular thing in karting. Now if you thought that this clip was funny, consider joining the channel's Discord server. In here drivers from all over the world come and share their funny clips, stories and knowledge. It's a chill community, go check it out, link is in the pinned comment. So after that mildly infuriating moment, the stint was over.
Well, no matter what we do, it just keeps going worse. And yeah, that's not good, of course. So yeah, there's only one thing to do now. We're going to switch to the Tony Kart, and we'll just see what happens with that thing, because yeah, Mike doesn't know, I don't know, people who are watching from the side don't know. It's just strange. The kart just doesn't work, and it feels worse than last week, and I'm so much slower than last week too. I'm so much slower than the other seniors as well. It just doesn't make sense. It makes zero sense at all, like zero. So yeah, we're going to switch to the Tony Kart now, and we'll just see what happens then.
This was a tense moment for everyone. Time to see if the LN Kart was the reason I was a backmarker last race, or if it was really just me who completely lost the spirit. Ever since the last race I was completely doubting myself, and at this point my confidence was just destroyed. But luckily, after only a few corners, I noticed it. It was the kart. We are back. So yeah, problem found. What exactly the problem is with the LN Kart I will explain at the end of this video. All that matters now is gaining back my confidence, fixing the LN chassis and just fully sanding it. At the beginning of the session the 366 was able to overtake me and pull out a huge gap in only like 2 laps. But then I slowly found the way again.
You don't know the way.
Yes, I do.
Do you know the way?
I know the way.
You have to have a bulla to know the way.
So after that gap he pulled within the first 2 laps, it stopped increasing. And that is good. The 366 is in my class and he usually is at the front end of the top 10. So he was a good benchmark to compare ourselves to. There was however one more hairy moment in this session. Check it out. The 269 there is a junior driver and he dangerously rejoined the track after spinning. Both me and the 366 had to take avoiding action. After that he's like,
Hey, what happened?
and then I was like, well, this could have happened. So yeah, another little love tap from me. Like I said, doing it like this is pretty harmless and neither of us sustained damage or injuries. Don't rejoin the track without looking, people.
Okay, problem found. So we went out on this thing, I was about 6/10 of the pace. Then we tested this thing and I was, well, doing exactly the same time. So this thing is about half a second to 6/10 quicker than that thing. And that is exactly how much I was too slow in Eindhoven. So that's interesting. So yeah, very clearly that was the issue. See you next time. No, just kidding. We're going to do one more session because we have some engine issues too. So we're going to fix that. And after that we'll call it a day.
Show me love that I never had seen before. Now, when I got you, it's all gonna be alright. Thinking about all the things we did tonight. What a time to be alive. Just you and I. Just you and I. Only you. Put the fire out. You. Turn it all around. You. Lift me off the ground. So we can fly again. So we can fly again.
Time for one more session. The team actually wanted to leave after the last one, but I was so happy that I couldn't resist doing one more. By the way guys, do you remember the drip mat giveaway? Well, I'm thrilled to announce that Jack Goring Racing is the winner. Congrats mate, we'll soon get into contact with you. But now, let's enjoy one more lap around heaven.
Alright, so just to confirm, we did one more session, and yeah, the Tony Kart, it's way quicker than the LN Kart. Sadly it is, yeah. Well, at least we found the problem. Anyways guys, that's the end of this day. Now we're going to break everything down. I will make a time lapse of that because I've got quite a lot of battery left. And yeah, I'll see you guys after that. Alright people, we're back in the workshop. It's actually 2 weeks later now because I had a holiday. But yeah, I promise you guys to explain why the LN Kart is so much of the pace. Well, there's a rumor going around that the latest 2 batches of OTK chassis are actually not good in terms of quality. And you can check if your chassis is from this batch by looking at the chassis serial number, which is located here. And here you can see that the Tony Kart has CY73, so that means batch number 73. And any chassis coming from the 88 or 89 category, well, there's a big chance that they're actually quite a lot of the pace. My LN Kart was from the 89 batch, and well, you could see how much it was of the pace. But we've heard from a reliable source from one of the biggest OTK teams in Europe, or in the world actually, that from those batches there were even chassis that were 5, 6, even 7/10 of the pace. So we were lucky. But luckily our team still had a few LN Karts in stock, and one of them is from an earlier batch this year that is 100% guaranteed to be quick. So yeah, Mike was kind enough to let us trade in the bad LN Kart for a good one. So it's going to be all fixed for the next race. Anyways guys, with that also comes the end of this video. Now remember guys, if you enjoyed it, then please consider hitting those like and subscribe buttons. Now you actually know why you're helping me with that. There'll be 2 other videos on screen right now that you might enjoy, but for now, that was it. Peace.